to get by and how to get fly.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 42. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here we go.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
11, mighty.
Again, it's Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number 1 guy, put it on their number 1 guy, and try and limit their offense.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second and a couple.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Buying time to his left.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 from the 44.
Here's Burrow.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Quan Alexander.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Harris.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Pickett going to bootleg it. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Pickett now, third and goal.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Doctor.
Now Burrow loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Gun.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
On 1, ready?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
11.
Now Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off play action, Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
14. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
On one, ready?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11, 11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage.
Here we go.
The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. 11 MT, take.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On one, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
on now to punt, Brad Robbins.
Now Austin.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Here comes third and the length of the football. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Pickett changing the play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one down the field for Freiermuth. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Pickett's pass intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. Burrow from his own end zone. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no... area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Burrow down around his goal line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Let's go.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Steelers.
Pickett back to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Again, it's Johnson.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5. They'll throw again with Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now second and 3. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a first and goal.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On 1,
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with and a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 45-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one complete down the field to Smith. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Herb Smith Jr., 55 yards. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. In motion right is Austin. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That's complete to Robinson. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now it's Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Burrow. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Pickett looking to change things up. On second down, McFarland takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, here's McFarland. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
McFarland once more. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here we go, here we go.
Second down and 8.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game.